Hi, this is Mark Pizzacalla and welcome to the first edition of 3 Minutes with Mark for 2025. And look, what I want to talk about today is intergenerational wealth shifts that are happening. So there's a number of reports over summer which talk about intergenerational wealth, talk about the wealth shifting from baby boomers to the next gens, somewhere between $3.5 to $5 trillion, depending on which reports you read. And so as a result, the ATO is taking an interest, of course, to make sure that the right amount of tax is being paid. So much so that they've named succession planning and related risks as a primary focus of the private wealth area in the ATO. So it's been reported that something like 5,500 privately owned groups have at least $50 million each. So what sort of the things are going to be focused on here? Well, the ATO is going to look at private company loans because as wealth is shifting, private company loans need to be dealt with, as do shifts in assets, and just to make sure, particularly CGT assets, whether it's property, whether it's other assets that are being shifted. And the ATO is just trying to make sure that as it moves from one generation to the next, that these assets are being properly valued, documented, gains properly recorded. Because let's remember that if you're shifting assets between related entities or related parties, you need to ensure that you're doing that at market value, and hence, the difference between the market value and whatever the cost is that you paid for the asset, well, that's the gain that needs to be brought to account, unless there's some CGT rollover that you might be able to get access to. Now, the other things that happens when the ATO looks at these matters is that they tend to come across compliance issues. Now, if you're a very high net wealth family, you might have your own plane, you might be claiming that at 100% deduction, but really it's being used for family related matters. So there's a question mark over deductibility for those expenses. If you're more regular folk, it might be to do with a beach house and, making sure that the beach house rental is being appropriately valued so that the rent isn't too high, the advertised rent, such that people are just not going to be interested in taking that on. That could be an issue which could come up. So there's a lot going on in this space. The important thing is to get your affairs in order, bring to account the right amount of assessable income or capital gains in the right income year. So look, wishing you a great 2025. If there's any issues around any of the things that we discussed here today, don't hesitate to give me a call, and I hope you have a great year. Speak soon.